host the 9th ranked in Class 4A and 16-2 Franklin Grizzly Cubs. With the coach, Jamie Warnke, I am Jimmy Cook. Due to time constraints, we will dive straight into our pregame conversation with Royals head coach, Jason Sims. Welcome back to the Roncalli Royals pregame show. Royals celebrating senior night this evening, final home game of the campaign at 11-7 on the season as they welcome in the 9th ranked team in 4A, the 16-2 Franklin Grizzly Cubs. Joining us as he does each and every game day, Royals head coach Jason Sims. Coach, how are we?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing great. Can't complain. Always good to have a contest at Central St. Vincent Gymnasium. Always bittersweet, though, when it is a senior night. And let's start there, lest we forget. You, as a coach in general, appreciate senior nights, appreciate the growth that you see from each class that you have the opportunity to have your fingerprints on and help them develop not only as young women but also as basketball players in whatever their future endeavors may entail. Let's look at this senior class. What stands out to you about them? Senior nights are always weird because the season's not done. You still have stuff to play for, but it is the last time they're going to put on that Royals uniform in this building. What does this group represent to you and what they've accomplished to this point?
Well, it's obviously a special group. There's 8 of them if you count the 2 managers, and they started out playing with us. They've been with us for 4 years. I've personally known these girls since the 7th grade when they started coming in for Royal Ball, actually Rebel Ball back then, but right, Royal Ball now. And they've been a great group. They're competitive. I think if you had to describe this group in one word, it's personality. They have a lot of personality. It goes a lot of different ways, but it seems to work for them. They will certainly be missed. The amount of work that they've done with our giving baskets at Thanksgiving and Christmas and the service hours and their work with the Big Sisters program with our youth league girls. This group has done more probably than any group that I have seen in my 8 years here at Roncalli for sure.
There are different ways to measure success with a senior class. For some people, maybe you're able to make it to a regional final or maybe make it to a state championship game, but there's other ways to measure success than solely based on how far did you go at the end of the year. And for this class, we talk about the prestigious nature of the Circle City Conference and how deep the conference itself is. And while jokes aside, you and I talked about this yesterday after the boys game, there's a serious matchup that could change that narrative next week. We'll focus on the Grizzly Cubs for now, but the point remains, this senior class has never lost the Circle City Conference. 4 straight conference titles, they've never lost.
No, and they've had to be resilient. We've spoke about it before. It's not been easy. It's one thing if you won it the last 4 years and you just walk through it, walk through it. It has been so challenging. I can think back to the one we won a few years ago when Maddie Bischoff was a senior. We took overtime to beat Chittard, and the winner of that game won the conference. Yeah. 2 years ago, we had 3 starters out and had to steal the ball in the last second to beat Chittard to win the conference. Heritage Christian had a chance to win on the last second shot last year at their place. Yep. It's not been easy. It's been nerve-wracking. It is a very good conference. That conference has served itself very well in the state tournament. And like I said, we need to focus on the Grizzly Cubs tonight, but Chittard is an excellent basketball team. They are very well coached, and it's going to be an absolute fun night there on Wednesday night.
Last thing before we look back at the Guerin Catholic game and look ahead to the Grizzly Cubs tonight. So last thing on the seniors. Some coaches, maybe it's the same message each year, maybe you modify it a bit, but what has been the underlying message you've tried to send to this group both tonight and to close strong for what is potentially for some their final games, maybe period, in the sport of basketball?
Well, that's been simple for us in that we have 2 goals this year, to win the conference and to win the sectional. We think we can do both. It's not going to be easy. So we talk about everything still in front of us. Yeah. The wins, the losses, everything in between are really irrelevant at this point. And what matters is going out and beating Chittard and winning the sectional. And this game right here is going to be a great benchmark game to help us along the way because this is an excellent basketball team.
Your most recent contest, a 62-36 win over Guerin Catholic on the road on Tuesday. Prior to that, you'd lost 3 straight. We addressed that. That was a tough stretch, tough competition. Don't want to peel back all the onions of the losing streak, but yeah, there was a sandwich game mixed in there of maybe sleepwalking a bit in the early rounds of the Plainfield tournament. But all in all, proud of what your group had done, plenty to work on, and then you get a win, a much-needed one against Guerin Catholic. What can a win like that, when you look at not only tonight's opponent, but what next week holds, what can a win over Guerin Catholic do to pump things forward in the right direction?
Well, I tell the girls, you're never as good as you look when you win, and you're never as bad as you look when you lose. That's a big one for me. But when you get a win, you remind yourself that you are doing some things well. In the Plainfield game, we had a chance with 2 minutes left to get back in the game. We were down 6 and had the basketball. A Greensburg team is ranked top 5 in the state, had a chance to win at the end, had a lead for most of that game. And then, of course, Franklin Central up 10 twice in the second half. We can't forget that we're doing some good things. We just have to learn to finish. So playing that Guerin game, we didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but we showed a lot of resolve on defense and really drove the ball well and attacked the basket. Maybe the best we've done all year. So I think it was a good reminder to the girls that we can be pretty solid down the stretch here if we can just finish games.
Looking at tonight's opponent, the Franklin Grizzly Cubs, ranked 9th in Class 4A. A couple years ago, were state runner-ups. Last year, a regional loss to Center Grove. But this year, they've been outstanding. Winners of 11 in a row, 14 of the last 15. You highlighted a little bit before we started the conversation. Center Grove, Hamilton Southeastern, Mount Vernon, FC, Carmel, Zionsville, Plainfield. The list goes on of wins they've been able to rack up this year. What does the tape show about them? How will your group be challenged this evening?
Well, this is a special group. They've been special for 4 years. This entire senior class, I believe they address 11 seniors. They've got some girls are going to go play in college next year. Like I said, they went to a state runners-up as sophomores and lost a really close game to Center Grove in the regional last year. They shoot the ball incredibly well. They play really good in-your-face defense. The Clem girl is just a fantastic little point guard. Plays hard, plays with a lot of energy and emotion. They're a really fun team to watch, not so much a fun team to play against.
How do you go about defending their ability to shoot in volumes from downtown?
Well, I thought last year we did a really nice job at their place of making them put it on the floor and shoot pull-up jump shots through 3 quarters. We were really in that game right through the third quarter last year. I think we were up at halftime, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
so what you got to do with this group is you got to hope that they're off a little bit on their shooting that night, but you have to make them run off the line because I my understanding is they've shot more three-pointers than any team in the state of Indiana. I know they were 474 before last night, so I'm sure they were probably close to 500 coming into this evening's game.
Coach, enjoy this one. I know senior nights are always bittersweet. I understand that rightfully so. This senior group will be honored properly before the game as things go on. And then, look, you got Hawaiian shirts out with players' faces on it. All the stops are pulled out tonight, as you would expect. Now all you got to do is hopefully cap it off with a W. Best of luck out there.
Absolutely. Thank you. We're just going to embrace it. And, we have benchmark games like this, and this is one of those we like, and we're going to go out and just have fun and do the best we can.
Right on, Coach. That's Royals head coach Jason Sims. We'll be back with Coach Warnke's keys to the game after this. You're listening to Roncalli Royals basketball on the Roncalli Media Network.
University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
And his team.
Business Telephone Solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flowers and Gifts has exactly what you're looking for. Check out our wide selection of flower arrangements to make your next occasion memorable. Call 317-787-3431 or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
When looking for reliable HVAC professionals, look no further than Anne and Bartram Heating and Cooling. Whether you need a routine maintenance check or an emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit, Ane and Bartram are available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Ane and Bartram strive to be the best, so call them today at 317-889-9574. They even have 24/7 emergency service. Call them today, Ane and Bartram, 317-889-9574.
Welcome back to Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. With the coach, Jay Warnke, I'm Jimmy Cook. Let's meet the starting lineups for both these teams. Starting first with the visiting Grizzly Cubs, ranked 9th in all of Class 4A, a 5'4" senior guard number 5, Lauren Clem, a 6'1" senior guard number 13, Scarlett Kimbrell, a 5'10" senior forward number 15, Erica Buning, a 5'8" senior guard number 20, Emma Sappenfield, and a 5'10" senior forward number 41, Brooklyn York. Head coach Mike Armstrong, 34-8 in his second year at the helm. For your 11-7 Roncalli Royals, all seniors starting tonight, of course, on senior night. A 5'7" senior guard number 11, Claire Lindsay, a 6' senior center number 14, Jasmine Horseman, a 5'7" senior guard number 20, Abry Silcox, a 5'8" senior guard number 23, Taylor Turk, and a 5'7" senior forward number 24, Emmy Scott. Head coach is Jason Sims, 41-22. In this his third year at the helm of Roncalli Athletics. Well, we have an opportunity. Want to head to the debut of varsity boys basketball head coach Jamie Warnke's time on the Roncalli Media Network. Coach, glad to have you a part of things. Thanks for coming on board.
Thanks for having me, Jimmy.
An abbreviated version as we're about to get set for tip, but keys when you look at both these teams.
Yep, I've watched Franklin girls play a couple times this year. I mean, just run them off the three-point line like Coach Sims said in his pregame, and then any extra possessions we can get on the offensive glass I think will be big for us.
Ball is tapped and won by Franklin Central, and we're underway on senior night at Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. Sappenfield has it at the foul line, now gives left wing to York. Wants to drive, kicks in the corner, and they'll reset things over there to Sappenfield. Right wing operating is Buning. In the mid-post, kicks to the right wing. Royals looking for an early stop. Cut on the elbow is pure off the glass by Emma Sappenfield. Grizzly Cubs draw first blood. It's 2-0. Claire Lindsay operates the top of the arc. Works on that right wing. Entry pass, Horseman, too strong, out of bounds. A turnover early for the Royals. Gives it back to Franklin. Clem operates on that left wing, now top of the arc. York, entry pass between two Royals, gets through, but the shot's off the mark, and a rebound, Lindsay. Lindsay in between the circles, now operates right wing to Turk. Turk looking for an entry pass to Horseman. It's denied initially. Now she'll force it to Horseman, and it leads to a near turnover. Bodies are on the deck. Aubrey Silcox is there to grab it. It leads to a jump ball tie-up. Arrow will keep it here. That's 2 times now, Coach. They've tried to target Horseman down low.
Yeah, I don't know if they see a mismatch down there or just want to get her a bucket on senior night, but great hustle there by Silcox.
Turk to trigger, baseline right. Looks to force it in, and it's kicked. The Royals will do it again on an inbound pass. 6:49 to play in this opening frame. Grizzly Cubs lead it 2-0. Turk will trigger once again. Looks right. Nothing there.
Back for Taylor here.
Now forced it in there. Over to Scott.
Yep.
Scott with Lindsay. Finds Turk left wing. Works with the right hand. Pump fakes. Feeds Horseman at the elbow. Flip to Turk. Down the lane. Left block. Layup good. Taylor Turk evens the game at 2. Nearly forced a turnover on this end.
Okay, the key here is to just make them shoot tough twos. We've given up a layup, and then the second possession, it was a tough two.
At the top of the volleyball line, the Cubs operate. Kimbrell, baseline pass, down the lane, and contact is drawn. Foul's going to go against the Royals. It'll be Emmy Scott's personal, her first on the team. It'll send Emma Sappenfield to the charity stripe, a 61% free throw shooter on the season. First free throw up, rattles home. Grizzly Cub, we mentioned, ranked 9th in the state in Class 4A, winners of 11 in a row and 14 of their last 15. One more upcoming for Sappenfield. That one is good. She makes both and makes it a 4-2 advantage for the Royals. Backdoor cut opportunity. It's cut off. Entry pass deflected, out of play. It'll stay with Roncalli, and some of the seniors with raucous applause check out. And some of the Royals' usual starters check in. Turk to trigger, finds Cerny in the corner. Now over to Lindsay on the left wing. Claire looks entry pass, elbow, Cerny. It's cut off. Brenna will work with the right hand in between the circles. Now flips to Lindsay at the leg of the Roncalli R at half court. Claire around a screen from Leffler. Flips over to Lehner. Lehner back to Leffler. Crosses over. Spinning. Turning. Tough shot. Won't go. Rebound fought for. The Grizzly Cubs are able to take care of it. Clem crossed the timeline. Pass up ahead. Sappenfield. Layup is good. Emma Sappenfield has all 6 of the Grizzly Cubs' points. Their lead is 6-2.
Like to see us get the bucket guarded there in transition defense.
Turk on the left wing, flips to Lindsay all the way at the far side of the floor on the sideline. Crosses over at the 3-point line edge left side. Now Cerny gives back on that edge to Leffler. Left wing into the paint, now gives to Turk. She'll drive the lane, trying to turn the corner. Taylor, Turk, a tough scoop shot off the window is good. Turk has all 4. It's a battle of Sappenfield and Turk to this point for both programs. Kimbrell, left wing, kicks right side, Clem. Clem with the left hand, now top of the arc, resets things in that corner to Sappenfield. She tries to drive on Turk. Quick pass, left block, shot no good by Buning. Rebound Royals. Lindsay up ahead to Leffler. She leads her. Leffler right block into contact. She's fouled and will go to the line to earn the 2 points the hard way.
Great job running there by Elliott. It doesn't take her long to make her impact known on the offensive end.
Coach, for a team, not just the seniors, but a team, how much pressure, nerves, stress compared to a normal game is felt on a senior night like tonight?
I'd say more than usual. You know, we usually try to get our seniors a start and then an early break just because their adrenaline is rushing so much, and then get them back in, and then it's normal after that.
Leffler splits the pair, but does bring the Royals within 1, so 6-5 your score. Advantage Franklin with the basketball. Clem has it on that left wing. Now top of the arc at the volleyball line is York. Little pick and roll action to Buning. Tried to kick it out. Good defense there by the Royals. Kimbrell kicks right wing. They'll give right side. Over to Clem, left wing. Now they operate the other side. That's a hoisted 3 by Kimbrell. It's off the mark.
Great help and recover there by Lehner.
Lindsay, top of the arc, wants to push, crosses over at the foul line. In trouble, lost her dribble. Now Turk on the left edge. Resets, Cerny at the top of the arc. All this happening beyond 3-point range. They'll flip to Lindsay. Lindsay left side. Around a screen. In trouble baseline. Up and under move. They're going to say she traveled first. Looked like that pivot foot might have been established still, Coach.
Yeah. And I think on a step through, is when you're going into a layup, you can step through and lift your pivot foot as long as you're shooting it. But
as long as you've established the gather already.
Yeah.
Clem to Kimbrell. Now they work in that corner over to York. Wants to drive on Cerny. Lowers the shoulder. Layup no good. Rebound Silcox. Aubrey, it's a 2-on-4 effectively. She'll hit the brakes. Give to Leffler at the right volleyball line. Elliott wants it all off the window and in. Leffler, the first field goal by a Royal not named Turk, gives the Royals their first lead of the ball game. It's 7-6. Elliott up to 3 points. York mid-post. Lazy pass nearly knocked away. Buning gives to York right side. York wants to drive and is blocked, they'll say, by Lindsay, I believe. Wait for official confirmation. But it will indeed go on Claire Lindsay. Coach Sims asked if that's 2 on Claire. That's just her first. Grizzly Cubs will inbound baseline right underneath the Roncalli hoop. It's Kimbrell to trigger. Throws right wing around a screen. Sappenfield 3, no good. Rebound Lindsay. Lindsay crossed the timeline. Grizzly Cubs back defensively. Lindsay nearly traveled. Finds Silcox cutting. Blocked away. Got her own rebound, though. Stayed with the shot. Second chance, no good. Rebound up ahead. Come the Grizzly Cubs. Right side, Kimbrell. Skip pass. Right wing. At the top, Clem. Hoist for 3. Air ball. And the rebound saved by York, but right to Leffler. Elliott with the right hand. Hits the brakes and resets to Lindsay. 2:30 to play in this first quarter, 7-6 Royals. Leffler around a screen, drives, slips to Cerny. It was initially taken away. Bretta's able to gather it back. Cerny to Turk on the right edge. Taylor likes the matchup. A power dribble, a pump fake blocked away. It'll stay on this end.
Taylor's aggressive there, driving. Great shot fake. Thought she got fouled there. If not, need a bucket here.
So Turk and Lindsay will take a quick breather. Also coming into the game, Aubrey Runyon for the Grizzly Cubs. Averages 7 points off the bench. Sarah Roscoe in there as well. Roscoe will trigger baseline right, quickly into Leffler. Leffler to Silcox. Now Cerny, back to Roscoe.
Good.
Post feed Lydia Staley, who also snuck in, and she's fouled on the floor. Likely would have been a shot if Lydia was going in the upward motion. Instead, she was just turning to feel her defender. Either way, it's the second foul on the Grizzly Cubs. First on York. Roscoe triggers baseline right. Roscoe pump fakes once, finds Leffler. Mid-range baseline is good.
Screener's always dangerous. Underneath out of bounds. Great screen by Elliott. Got herself open.
Royals lead at 9-6 with 1:58 to play in this first quarter. Grizzly Cubs looking for an answer. Left wing 3. York is pure. Well, we knew going in they're going to shoot it at a high volume. It's not always efficient, but a lot of the time you'll take a 31% clip from beyond the arc. We're tied at 9. That entry pass was inbound pass, I beg your pardon, was deflected. Roncalli will regroup.
A little diamond press here by Franklin.
They're able to break it as Leffler. Leffler has a defender on her hip, flips to Roscoe. Top of the arc, Sarah to the cup. Layup is good.
Great left-handed finish there, Roscoe. Hey, tough twos here.
11-9 your score, 90 seconds to play first quarter. Kimbrell gives right side Runyon. Wants to drive. Staley's able to take it away. She's bumped and fouled. Good show of sportsmanship there as Runyon apologizes for the inadvertent collision. Minute and 21 to play in this opening quarter. Turk will trigger. Sideline left, inbounds Leffler. Leffler trying to get downhill, kicks in the corner to Roscoe. She'll pump fake, works the right hand, spins through defenders. Scoop layup, no. Rebound, Staley. Second chance, short. Is it a third chance? No, it will not. Grizzly Cubs able to scoop it up.
Staley's made her impact known here early. Offensive rebound, steal.
Kimbrell, skip past York. Everybody forgot about her. Every assistant coach on the Roncalli bench is up. Rebound taken by the Royals off the missed shot. Leffler stops, pops, puts it in. It's a long two. Long two for Elliott Leffler, but the lead is 4, 13-9. At the top, Grizzly Cubs operate. They kick left side, Kimbrell. All beyond the arc, over to Clem. Clem brings it up near half court to run the offense. Runyon kicks left side. Kimbrell at the foul line. Picks up her dribble. Bounce pass. Sappenfield hoists for 3. Good. Emma Sappenfield having herself a quarter. Came in averaging 6. She has that and then some in the first frame. Give her 9. Final 13 seconds of the first. Royals by 1. Turk has it at half court. Left side. Cerny with 9 at the top of the arc. Calls for a clear out. Roscoe with 7 left wing. Sarah drives, forced to pass to Staley. Lydia turns, able to gather it, lost it.
No foul.
Final seconds of the quarter. Franklin content to dribble it out. But the Royals coaching staff to their feet with all kinds of cheers for the Lady Royals as they end the first quarter with a lead. Roncalli 13, Franklin Central. Franklin Community knew it was going to happen once we got out of the way in the first quarter. 12. Royals by 1 as we go to break. Second quarter up next on the Roncalli Media Network.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Welcome back to Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. Start of the second quarter. Franklin Community will have the basketball. Royals lead by 1 with the coach, Jamin Warnke. I'm Jimmy Cook. Happy Thursday to you. Clem controls on the left wing. Right side over to York. York resets things. Now gives him the corner, nearly a travel, finds Runyon. Kick, right wing, 3 is in the air, it's short. Second chance rebound, Kimbrell lost it. Good takeaway by Lindsay. Lindsay left side, wants to drive, hits the brakes inside the arc, but still has the dribble. Now lost it, in trouble, finds Cerny in the corner. Brenna, kick to Lindsay in the corner, she traveled with it. Claire got caught up in her own mind there. It looked like she wanted to put it on the deck, but by the time she made that movement, she'd already picked up her foot. Official there to make the call. For the Royals in that first quarter, 3 different Royals scored to give them this 1-point advantage. Spinning at the right side is York. She'll drive down the lane, hands straight up, forcing a jump ball tie-up. Arrow will favor Roncalli.
Great job by Elliott Leffler there, not fouling, straight up. Could have taken a charge, but instead got the tie-up.
Little full court pressure applied by Franklin Central. Lindsay has it. Skip pass high to Leffler, and now all of a sudden they have numbers. It's a 2-on-1. Leffler skip in the corner. Cerny, and the Grizzly Cubs are back defensively, but they lost Roscoe. She hoists and hits for 3. Sarah Roscoe up to 5 points in this ball game. Lead is 4, 16-12. On the other end, falling away, Runyon joins the scoring. Aubrey Runyon with her first basket of the ball game. Royals lead down to 2, 16-14. Lindsay left side as it's a continued man-to-man look from the Grizzly Cubs. Roscoe right wing. Sarah inside out dribble. Stops the block, leaves for Lindsay. Now Cerny top of the arc. Brenna trying to find an angle, spinning. Now Leffler right wing. Step back with the crossover, keeps her dribble. Throws the defender, gives to Turk. Turk on the right wing, wants to drive. She's bumped, she'll float. That's high off the window, no good. I think Taylor thought there might be contact there. The officials say otherwise. Sappenfield in transition. Leaves it for a layup that's good by Clem, and we're tied at 16. It's a 4-0 run by the Grizzly Cubs. Leffler right wing. Looks for help. Finds Turk. Turk rises, long 2, good.
Nice shot. Claire Lindsay, long 2.
Lindsay's first field goal of the ball game, but quickly up the other end. Left wing 3 is in the air. It's short by York. Rebound Turk to Claire Lindsay. Coach Sims says, let's pump the brakes a bit, run our set. Lindsay will walk it across the timeline. 5:35 to play, first half, Royals by 2. Lindsay in trouble, finds Leffler left wing. A pump fake, a drive into the paint. Scoop layup is wild, and a rebound won by Clem. Clem up ahead, kick. Sappenfield leaves it for York. She has space, crosses over Leffler. York to the cup, high off the window, no. Rebound Lindsay. Claire wants a timeout, and the officials finally see it. Coach Sims wanted the timeout as Claire wanted to push. It's a 30-second timeout. We will stay here with 5:12 to play in this first half. Royals in front, 18-16. Coach, early proceedings in terms of pace of play, in terms of how the Royals have handled that diamond press. How have you evaluated so far?
The press break has been great for us. Offense, we're running 5 out. We're getting a bunch of middle touches. I'd like to see us get somebody a shot. We're going in there, and we are trying to finish ourselves. I'd like to see us get in there, draw the defense and get it to one of our great shooters out on the outside.
So far for the Royals, as Coach mentions, not a ton of triples to show for their efforts. A lot of long twos, a lot of that just foot placement and just bad luck. Elliott Leffler, for instance, she has 7, all in the first quarter. Of those 7, probably 4 of them that were 2s could have been 3s in a normal setting. Has not been the case so far tonight. Left side, operating is Claire Lindsay out of the Royals timeout. Crosses over on Runyon, looking for Roscoe on a cut. It's not there.
Nope.
Said they find Cerny, right wing 3, an air ball, but it was the right look. Just a good contest late. Now Cerny's able to force a steal nearly. Grizzly Cubs able to gather it, and here they come up the floor. Kick, right side. Buning over to Runyon, left wing. She'll get into the painted area with some contact. Left it short. Rebound Leffler. It's a 2-on-3. Elliott ahead of the pack. To the cup. Missed it. Rebound, Buning. Clem up ahead in transition. Nearly a travel by Kimbrell. She stepped into that 3. Able to, I guess, keep the pivot foot strong. And the Grizzly Cubs retake the lead. It's 19-18 with 4:20 to play in this first half. Roscoe, a low pass, able to gather it. Sarah, left wing, crosses over. Held her pivot foot. Lindsay in the corner, nearly lost it. Claire in trouble, needs some help. Force it to Jasmine Horseman. Body's on the deck, and there's no jump ball call. The Grizzly Cubs are able to win that battle. To boot, they have numbers. Kick right wing. 3 in the air for Kimbrell. My goodness.
2 straight transition threes there by Kimbrell.
And the lead is 4, 22-18, largest of the game for the Grizzly Cubs. Royals break the pressure. Leffler at the top. Hesitates. Floater. Up. No good. Rebound taken by the Grizzly Cubs, and this is where they get running downhill. They can put you away in a hurry. Runyon in trouble. Royals wanted to travel. They don't get it. Corner 3 is in the air. It's off the mark, and a rebound, Claire Lindsay. Lindsay up ahead forces the issue. It was telegraphed the whole way. Kimbrell has that basketball. Flips top of the arc. Bounce pass. Runyon in the lane. Horseman fouled her. Jasmine came in with the body contact. It'll send Aubrey Runyon to the charity stripe for 2 free ones.
The pace of play has changed, and it's Franklin's pace.
Yep.
Long offensive possessions for us is what we're looking for. There we go.
First free throw is good by Runyon. Correction, first one's off the mark. My apologies. One more upcoming for Runyon. Sets, fires, missed them both. Rebound taken by the Grizzly Cubs. Skip pass over to Kimbrell. She's hit 2, won't hit 3 in the quarter. Rebound though, Grizzly Cubs again. Third chance, Buning, yes. And if you give a team like this that many opportunities, they're going to make you pay. Lead is 7, 25-18. Royals looking for their first basket in about 3 minutes. Silcox to Cerny, right wing, into the lane. Wild shot, no good. Rebound Roscoe. And for the Royals, a lot of isolation basketball the last couple possessions. Kimbrell up ahead, leaves it. Buning takes a dribble beyond the arc, gives right wing over to Urban. Urban to Clem for 3 long. Rebound Lindsay. Could use just a settle yourself basket.
Yep.
A settle yourself timeout will do it as well.
Absolutely. I'm sure Coach Sims is going to talk about having a long possession here, getting multiple inside touches, getting the team's best shot, not the individual's best shot.
It's a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 2:35 to play in the first half. Franklin Community leads your Royals 25-18. Back in 30 seconds on RMN.
Providing comfort for families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk-Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk-Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk-Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
2:30. Okay. 2:35 to play in this first half. Franklin Community leads the Grizzly Cubs 25-18 with the coach, Jamin Warnke. I'm Jimmy Cook. Royals with the basketball out of this timeout. Coach, we talked about it before we went to break. A lot of isolation play the last couple of trips for the Royals. How do you break that?
Yeah, let's see what we have here. Probably some screening away from the ball for Turk. Let's see.
Lindsay.
Oh, good back cut.
Top of the arc. Falls away for 3. No. Some tells me that's not exactly what they wanted out of the timeout. Clem kicks in the corner. It's over to Buning. Buning into the painted area. Layup is good. Buning's up to 5. The lead is up to 9. 27-18. The Royals try to inbound the basketball. It's tipped and ricocheted by Franklin Community. And you look at some of the body language of the Royals. Deer in headlights isn't as far as I would go, but they look a bit flustered with how quickly. Oh, correction, that's going to be the last touch by Roncalli. So Franklin Community going to get another bite at the apple here. But they look a bit shocked at the avalanche that has ensued by this three-point barrage. Sappenfield kicks in the corner. They'll work top of the arc now right side to Clem. Clem around a screen. Into the corner they go. Sappenfield 3. Yes. Emma Sappenfield from beyond the arc. Well above her average tonight. And it's a 12-point lead in the blink of an eye. Turk, top of the arc with the right hand. Crosses over, down the lane, layup, missed side of the backboard. And a rebound taken by Franklin Community. Right wing they go. Sappenfield wanted another one for a second. Now controls in the corner. Sappenfield down the lane, kicks left side Clem. All beyond the arc, 1:15 to play in this second quarter. The Royals have scored 5 points here in the frame. Pick and roll, and one. Buning.
They're having their way offensively right now. They've hit threes in transition. They've hit threes off offensive rebounds. They've hit threes off inside touches. That time, they hit the roller off a ball screen and got an and one at the bucket.
Grizzly Cubs came in averaging 62 points a game. Royals, conversely, giving up 45. That's currently on pace to favor the Grizzly Cubs. Mm-hmm. And one opportunity for Buning. Off the mark. Rebound Royals. Turk brings it up ahead. Jasmine Horseman's had to check in next stoppage. Turk thought about a stop and pop. Instead resets things to Leffler. Leffler on the right wing. Flips to Cerny. All this happening at the top of the arc. Not a ton of movement elsewhere. Now Leffler is fouled. That'll be the first on the Grizzly Cubs. Not in a way of like, oh, where has not been fouls called on them. Just the pace of this play has not been indicative of fouls being called.
Yeah, it's been a clean game for sure.
Turk will inbound far sideline. It's Turk, Cerny, Horseman, Lindsay, Leffler, the 5 out there for the Royals. Leffler on the far left side of the floor, well beyond the three-point line. Leffler looking for a backdoor cut. It's not there. She'll lower the shoulder, spin, turn, looking for help. She'll reset with 42 seconds in the half. Cerny will hoist from 3. That's off the mark. And a rebound taken by Franklin Community. It's Clem. Clem kicks, right wing, extra pass. Buning crosses over, spins on Horseman, leaves it right side. Pass to Buning again, this time on a beautiful assist feed from Sophie Reinhold, I believe, is who made that pass. If not, it was Scarlett Kimbrell. Either way, Buning has the basket, and the Royals nearly turn it over again in their backcourt. Turk has to trigger in one of those worst spots to inbound from, the corner left side. Right in front of the Roncalli bench. Turk to trigger. Gets it into Roscoe. She'll walk the sideline. Sarah, inside out dribble. 10 seconds to play in the half.
Let's get the last shot.
Turk, left wing with 7. Turk at the top of the key with 5. Cerny with 3. Roscoe in the corner with 2. Roscoe got a shoot. It's blocked at the horn. And an exquisite half of basketball from Franklin Community, especially that second quarter. They hold the Royals to just 5 points while putting up 22 of their own. And you can speak as much as you want to how talented this Franklin Grizzly Cubs team is, but anytime you hold a Coach Sims club to 5 points and put up a 20 spot, there's a lot of different things that led to that, Coach.
Yeah, they pressure the ball. We're running some 5-out stuff, and they're switching everything. They're all that they said they would be.
Yeah, as good as advertised for certain through the first half of play. We're going to take our first break before our halftime show. We come back, we'll look at full first half numbers. We'll have Coach Warnke's second half adjustments for the Royals, and of course get you started eventually for half number 2. Royals having senior night spoiled as it stands. They'll have 2 quarters to fix that. Franklin Community 34, Roncalli 18. We'll step out and be back in about 3.5 on the Roncalli Media Network.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flowers and Gifts has exactly what you're looking for. Check out our wide selection of flower arrangements to make your next occasion memorable. Call 317-787-3431 or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road.
Never lose your drive to deliver. Today's logistics marketplace is an ever-changing landscape where you can make your mark through dedication and passion. At Spot, these characteristics, along with drive and teamwork, form the basis for a rewarding, fast-paced career. Take it from our Roncalli co-founder and our dynamic group of Royals alumni. They've never lost the entrepreneurial spirit that provides the foundation for our continued success. There's never been a time like this, and there has never been a partner like Spot. We're relentless. We are experts. We are accomplished, and like you, we will never lose our drive to deliver. Come find your spot at spotinc.com/careers. Go Royals.
Meet Zach. Zach rides everywhere, day and night, rain or shine. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we know Zach. We know he's been saving up for a car. We're here to help Zach and you. Now get pre-approved for auto financing as low as 3.99% APR. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters. Rates subject to credit approval and valid on purchase of 2020 or newer vehicles. Learn more at imcu.com.
At Peterman Brothers, we know how critical AC can be to your comfort.
And we want to make sure you're comfortable in every season.
That's why right now when you install a qualifying AC system with Peterman Brothers, we'll include the furnace for free.
That's right, Indiana. The furnace is free.
And if you schedule today, we'll install your new system tomorrow, guaranteed.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule online in seconds.
A proud supporter of Roncalli High School, Indy Teledata provides IT solutions for businesses and organizations in central Indiana. For over 10 years, Steve Battiato and his team of professionals have provided comprehensive computing support, business telephone solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com.
Back at Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium, halftime on senior night, and Franklin Community playing their roles as the villain. 34-18, the role of spoiler well played through 2 quarters of basketball. With the boys varsity head basketball coach, Jamin Warnke, I'm Jimmy Cook. Again, so pleased you've chosen to spend part of your Thursday with us here on RMN. Let's take a look first at the full first half numbers for the Grizzly Cubs. 12 points for Emmett Sappenfield to lead all scores. Most of that done in quarter number 1. 9 points from Erica Buning, 3 points from Brooklyn, New York, 6 points from Scarlett Kimbrell, 2 points apiece from Aubrey Runyon and Lauren Clem. For your Roncalli Royals, leading the way is Elliot Leffler with 7 points, all of that done in the first quarter. 5 points from Sarah Roscoe, 4 points from Taylor Turk, and 2 points from Claire Lindsay. The Royals outscored the Grizzly Cubs 13-12 at the end of 1 and were outscored 22-5 at the end of 2. Coach, when you look at that second quarter, it's like a freight train, this Franklin Community offense, and if you have too many lapses, whether it's in possessions offensively, whether it's quick shots, you let this team get up and run, they're going to bury you, and that's what happened in the first half.
They did. They play a fun style. They play a way that I think everybody wants to play right now, but they do it really well. They have the players to do it. They hit threes in transition. They hit threes on offensive rebounds. I would love to see us just get a couple buckets, make them take it out of bounds, and play against a set defense.
Coach, when you look at Roncalli offensively, where's the biggest area that they need to try to improve upon, knowing that, and this is a philosophy we talked with Coach Wantz last night when you guys were in a similar boat against Warren Central. The analogy I always like to use is you're not going to get it all back at once. You got to be like a sculptor. Slowly chip away to make that masterpiece. You can't get it all back in one possession.
Right, and I would just love to see us get some assists. Franklin, all their buckets are assisted on. in transition or inside out, and we seem to be more 5-out driving to get our own. I would love to see us, Taylor Turk and Elliot Leffler, spend more time in the gym shooting. I would love to see them get some nice, clean looks off of the pass.
Coach, how hard is it to express to a group, especially this age group, when you look up at the scoreboard, you're down 16, but in reality, Coach Watts mentioned this last night, maybe it's a 4-0 run and then a 5-0 run. How difficult can it be to get a group recentered on the fact that forget about the scoreboard, let's just open with a good quarter and then see where we're at from there?
Yeah, well, going off last night is very difficult. But, yeah, just, short segments. Short segments. Let's win the first half of the third quarter. Then when we do that, let's win the second half of the third quarter and just little by little chip away. Because, we're not going to go on a 10-12-0 run against this group. But if we can win each half quarter by 4, then we're right in the game at the end of the game.
How much also, if anything, are you appealing to the fact as a reminder, especially for this senior class, hey, this is the last memory you're going to have on this floor. It might seem dire now, but you have a great opportunity to finish that story with an exclamation point.
Yeah, that would be great. I'm not sure where I'd go with that, but all I'd be talking about right here is winning the first 3 minutes.
Yep.
Hey, let's get a stop and a score and a stop to get it started. And now let's just break it down little by little.
Well, still to come, we'll have our second half on senior night from Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. As it stands, Franklin Grizzly Cubs as good as advertised in front of your Roncalli Royals, 34-18 at the intermission. When we return, we'll have the start of the second half as Roncalli looks to build on a rally and slowly chip away to get back in this ballgame, maybe have a shot to win it at the end. Back in about 2.5 for the start of the second half. At the break, Franklin Community 34, Roncalli 18. Stay with us here on RMN.
Hi folks, it's Ben Stallings with Beck Service Center. Automotive breakdowns and routine maintenance never come at a good time. Let us help take the stress out of your automotive repairs. With 10 mechanics and 32 bays, we can get you back up and running with minimal downtime. Quality parts, experienced mechanics, locally owned and operated since 1977. Located at the southeast corner of Madison and Edgewood, we are pretty darn good at fixing cars. Let's go Royals.
At Peterman Brothers, we know how critical AC can be to your comfort.
And we want to make sure you're comfortable in every season.
That's why right now when you install a qualifying AC system with Peterman Brothers, we'll include the furnace for free.
That's right, Indiana. The furnace is free.
And if you schedule today, we'll install your new system tomorrow, guaranteed.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule online in seconds.
Harding Porman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce storefronts, and even mobile solutions. They are dedicating to helping their clients get the most out of their brand communication efforts with the quality they can see and results they can be sure of. Get the most out of your brand communications. Certified to be the best, Harding Porman.
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
Start of the third quarter from Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium with the coach Jamin Warnke. I'm Jimmy Cook. Franklin Community with the basketball to open this third quarter. They drive the lane on the right block. Pass to Buning. Layup no good, but she's fouled and will go to the line to shoot two.
Yep, just a little side ball screen there. Nice little pocket pass back to Buning.
Foul goes against Jasmine Horseman, her second, the first on the team. Buning, a 69% free throw shooter on the season. First free throw good. Buning up to 10 points, the second Grizzly Cub in double figures. Couple dribbles, spin of the basketball, setting, firing, and hitting is Buning. Now 11 points for Erica.
Oh, no.
Royals down by 18. Lindsay crosses the timeline. First possession of this second half. Claire right wing looking for movement. Nothing there. She'll drive the lane. It's cut off. Finds Turk. Left wing three. No. Hits the back iron. And the rebound is gathered and taken by Scarlett Kimbrell. Kimbrell was deadly from beyond the arc, as were many of the Grizzly Cubs in that first half. They'll kick in the corner. Sappenfield matched up with Turk at the top of the arc now. Nearly lost her pivot foot. Gives to Clem right wing. She'll bring it back out with the right hand as she drifts closer to the Grizzly Cubs bench. Now at the foul line on the left elbow, kick in the corner. York a pump fake, a drive, a layup, hit the front rim. Rebound Leffler. Leffler in transition, coast to coast, sent back. Rebound though, Turk. She'll put up a shot, no good. And another empty possession for the Royals. Up ahead, Sappenfield in the corner, at the top. Buning for three. If she hits that, just about everybody can hit it on this Franklin Grizzly Cub team. It was a good basket, and it's a 21-point advantage for the Grizzly Cubs. A 6:40 mark in this third quarter. Leffler at the volleyball line on the right wing. Crosses over. Wants to drive. Nothing there. Finds Lindsay. Hoist for three. It's good. Claire Lindsay from beyond the arc. And that's something the Royals desperately needed. In the corner, operating is Buning. Buning against Horseman. Trying to spin. Knocked her on the deck. Rebound to Clem as they continue the possession. Clem right side. In the arc, in the lane, bounce pass Buning, layup good.
So they have a tough cover there. They're setting a side ball screen and rolling, and they're setting a double screen on the other side, taking our help away.
41-21, Turk up the floor, travels. Sub at the table, Lydia Staley will check in. Jasmine Horseman will check out. So Staley, Lindsay, Turk, Leffler, Cerny. The five out there for the Royals. Sappenfield at the foul line. Pick and roll. That time it's short by Buning. Rebound taken by Staley up ahead to Leffler. Elliott hits the brakes. Nearly traveled. Finds Turk left wing. In the corner, Lindsay left side. Around a screen from Staley. St. Vincent is her place apparently. Staley on the pick and roll. Missed the layup. Here comes York down the lane. Off the mark. Rebound Leffler. Elliott ahead of the pack. 2-on-2. Stops. Didn't like the passing lane. Resets on the right wing. Nearly lost her dribble. Leffler. Kick in the corner. To Lindsay. Lindsay on the left wing. Pick and roll Staley. Lydia. Offhand good.
Okay, that's the same action Franklin's been running against us.
Makes it a 21-point ball game. Sappenfield. Nobody covered her on the left block, but she missed the layup. Here comes Leffler. 2-on-3. Elliott stops. In trouble. Gives to Turk. She'll hoist for three. Well off the mark. Taylor could not grab the rebound. Clem kicks. Sappenfield three. Short. Rebound tapped at. Right to the Grizzly Cubs. Staley's right there for it. And a timeout taken by Franklin Community. We will take one as well. Now it's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. 4:03 to play in this third quarter. Royals down by 21. Coach, you mentioned those early sets. A couple of still rush threes, but towards the tail end before that timeout, nice pick and roll action from Lydia Staley.
That and I thought the first and the third possession for us on offense, we got a Taylor Turk catch and shoot three. We got a Claire Lindsay catch and shoot three with inside touches. I think those are good shots by good shooters. If we keep getting those, we're going to knock them down. We got to figure out the defensive end here with this side ball screen. We're probably going to have to switch the double on the other side so we can keep a helper at the rim.
The only regrettable part for the Royals is that they've been outscored 10-5 to this point in the third.
Yeah.
Again, there's aspects, and we're not quite at that point yet, but there's aspects where you're just looking to get better as a team, even if the result is not going to be in your favor. But of note, if they're still interested in a W on senior night, where things stand. Down the lane goes Clem, lost out of bounds, and the Royals will take a free turnover.
They went back to that same action, but she turned the ball screen down, which was good for us.
Aubrey Silcock checks into the ball game and inbounds the basketball to Leffler. Elliott will cross the timeline on the left wing against Runyon. Works to the right hand, wants to get past Runyon, tries to, instead kicks, drive and kicks. Cerny, three short. Rebound. Silcox stole away from Runyon. Aubrey feeds Cerny. Baseline. Adjustment. Short. Got her on board. Kick. Roscoe. 3 left wing. You bet.
We're getting better looks offensively. Great shot there. Let's keep getting those inside-out threes.
Sarah Roscoe now up to 8 points. Buning in the paint again. That one short. Good defense by Staley. Here comes Roscoe. Sarah, full head of steam. Spins, turns, scoop, layup. Got in too deep. Hit the bottom of the rim. Rebound Clem. Lauren up ahead. Runyon on the run. Lays it up and in.
Man, they make you pay. They make you pay if you get an empty possession.
Any little mistake, and they're going to be up the other end, either for a 3 or for a transition bucket. Leffler around a Staley screen. Elliott spinning, turning, throws it up there wildly, but it goes in. The freshman shows her strength. She's up to 9. 46-28. Grizzly Cubs by 18. Runyon pushed Roscoe away. Kicks in the corner. Pump fake. Clem. High skip pass into the corner. Buning for 3. No. Rebound Leffler. 2:30 to play. For the Royals, you get this stuff 15 or 13 going into the 4th. Give yourself a fighting chance. Leffler, step back, triple. It's good. Elliott Leffler from beyond the arc. She's got 12, lead down to 15. And Buning, offensive foul, back right into Leffler. And maybe that's a momentum push to switch the script a bit.
Keep getting great shots here. Elliott there, I mean, that was a tough shot that she made, but we've got 4 or 5 really good possessions this quarter. Okay, so let's just keep getting these inside touches.
The Royals will go small. It'll be Silcox, Turk, Roscoe, Leffler, Lindsay, the 5 out there for Roncalli. 2:05 to play in the 3rd. Royals have cut it to 15. Lindsay, top of the arc, gives Roscoe at the volleyball line. Sarah with the right hand, matched up with Runyon. Wants to drive, leaves it for Turk. Thought about a triple, will reset. At the top of the key, into the lane. Cut off. Taylor in trouble. She's whacked and fouled. That'll likely go on Sappenfield. Let's see if that's indeed where it goes. It will. It's going to be the 2nd on the team. First on Sappenfield. Royals are inbound, baseline right underneath the Grizzly Cub hoop. Looking for action. Finds Silcox behind the defense. Let the layup short. Tried to get her on rebound. It's tapped to Roscoe in the corner. Flip to Leffler. 3 is in the air. It's short. And the rebound last touched by Franklin Community. Roncalli will get it back with 1:40 to play in the 3rd.
Our girls are playing a really nice quarter. They're hustling. They're getting good shots. I mean, this is a drastic difference from the 2nd.
Roscoe inbound Silcox. Finds Lindsay left wing. Claire finds Roscoe on the right side. Now on the right edge. Sarah gets separation down the lane. Scoop layup is good. Sarah Roscoe offhand reverse. And the Royals are within 13. Trying to get set defensively. Pass in the corner. Now down the lane is Urban. Leaves it right wing for Kimbrell. Royals looking for one more stop to get themselves maybe down to a 10-point game. Runyon at the foul line looking for a back cut. It's there. It leads to a corner. 3 in the air. It's short. Nobody boxed out. Runyon. Great strip by Roscoe. Outlet to Turk. 1 minute to play in the 3rd. Royals can make it a 10-point game with a 3. Leffler, top of the arc. Gets set for the half court with the right hand. Elliott hit the brakes to Silcox in the corner. Pump fake. Aubrey lost it out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with 47 and 6 ticks left. More subs. Lehner and Emmy Scott checking the ball game for Leffler and Silcox. Especially on Leffler's end, you think just maybe a breather to get her set for the final frame. Roscoe into Lindsay in the corner. Back to Sarah in that same spot. Thought about a triple and a forced pass. Lindsay and Funyon fight for the loose ball. Jump ball tie up. Arrow will keep it here. 41 and 8 ticks left now.
Bucket here would be big.
Roscoe to trigger. Baseline right. Sarah gets into Lindsay. Thought she was fouled. Claire looking for space. Flips to Roscoe. Right wing 3. It's good! Sarah Roscoe from downtown. And the Royals are within 10 with 30 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Sappenfield. Runyon. Elbow. Good. 24 seconds to play in the quarter. Royals looking to get it in. Somebody's got to come to the basketball. Nearly a turnover. Lindsay has it. Pass up ahead. Runyon steals it. Runyon to the cup. Lays it up. Missed the layup. Rebound Lehner. She lost it out of bounds. Coach Sims beside himself, as it looked like the Franklin Grizzly Cup defender was holding the arm of Lindsay as she was trying to get that basketball on the initial inbound pass. Either way, Royals cannot let this hard work go away. They need to stop with 9.8 to play in the quarter. Nearly a 5-second count, and it's a timeout first by the Grizzly Cubs. Let's see if it's a 30 or a full. If it's a full, we'll take one. 30-second timeout, we'll stay here. 9.8 to play in the third. Royals were within 10. Now the deficit is 12, and now you need one more stop because, Coach, you mentioned it from a mental standpoint. 12 feels a lot better than 15 going into a final quarter.
No doubt, and I have a hat on tonight to hide my gray hairs. We cut it to 10. We're not matched. We're not matched up. We get a layup. Now we have the ball with 22 seconds to go. We should be thinking one shot, and we turn it over. And, you know, those are the things that just drive coaches nuts. But if we can get out of here at 12, the third quarter is a success.
Inbounding is Urban. Right baseline. Inbound. Successful. Kimbrell with 7. Kimbrell flips to Urban with 5. Urban with 3. Urban able to find an open Sappenfield. The layup is good. A defensive lapse by Roncalli makes this a 14-point deficit as we go to the final quarter. Do the Royals have a rally within them? We'll find out next. Franklin Community 50, Royals 36, fourth quarter on the other side.
Families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk and Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655. A proud supporter of Roncalli High School, Indy Teledata provides IT solutions for businesses and organizations in central Indiana. For over 10 years, Steve Battiato and his team of professionals have provided comprehensive computing support, business telephone solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com.
Welcome back to Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. Start of the fourth quarter. Grizzly Cubs the basketball, operating left to right on your streaming device. Clem has it on the right wing. Skip pass over to Kimbrell. Kimbrell back to Buning on the right wing. She's in trouble. And they'll operate top of the arc over to Reinhold. Reinhold pick and roll. Turning. Buning, count it, and put her on the line.
She is a nice player because she can make threes, and then she is great on the roll after the ball stream.
Roncalli had it to within 10. 36-46, and since then, it has been a 6-0 run. Make it a 7-0 run for the Grizzly Cubs. Leffler has it top of the arc, spinning in the lane, falling away, shot off the mark, rebound, fought for, taken by Leffler. Leffler able to get it back to Cerny, right wing. Brenna to Turk, thought about a triple. Back to Brenner at the Ascension St. Vincent logo. Cerny wants to drive, it's cut off, looking for Lindsay, and she doubled. It's a mental lapse by the sophomore. Turns it over back to Franklin Community. Lead is 17 with 7:13 to play in this ball game. Reinhold, skip in the corner. Kimbrell, back to Reinhold. Pick and pop three, short. Rebound, Lindsay, tackle to the deck. Taken away. No, Roscoe's able to get it. It's a 2-on-1. Sarah fakes the pass, had it rejected. Good defense by Kimbrell. She did not bite on that pass fake at all. The rewarder in transition. Three is in the air. You know the rest.
That's her specialty there.
36.
Kimbrell is looking for her three in transition. That's third one tonight.
And a foul as Leffler was on the drive. I believe it's on the floor, though. Let's see. Now they're going to say in the act, so it'll send Elliott to the charity stripe for 2 shots. Foul goes against Sophie Reinhold, her second, the first on the Grizzly Cubs.
I'll be interested to see if we, try some full court pressure here after the second free throw, but they don't seem like a team that you can press. They have 5 girls out there that are highly skilled all the time.
That ends a 10-0 run. By the Grizzly Cubs. The first Loeffler free throw. Second one is good as well. She's up to 14. On the other end, Reinhold, offensive foul, pushed off on Lindsay. The Franklin community fans, who seem to forget they're up 18, livid by that offensive foul call, but the right one. Turk will trigger to Loeffler. 6:25 to play in this ball game. Royals trail by 18. Loeffler around a screen. Elliott looking for space, nearly lost the basketball. Finds Cerny, right wing 3, too strong. Rebound taken by York. Here come the numbers, a 3-on-1. York gets it back off a feed, lost it, rebound Cerny.
We had the right girl back there. Lehner is such a fighter.
Make it Lehner, I beg your pardon, on the rebound. Lindsay, top of the arc. Right hand flip to Lehner. Natalie in the paint is fouled on the floor.
I guarantee the coaching staff loves Natalie Lehner. She's first on the floor for loose balls. She was back on defense 3-on-1 there, and then a nice middle drive there to force a foul.
Turk will inbound, baseline right. 5:53 to play in this ball game. Grizzly Cubs 56, Royals 38. Turk had it rejected by Kimbrell. Good news is you get to try again. Bad news is that can startle you. One more try for Turk. Pump fakes once, pump fakes twice, forced it into Loeffler. She's tackled. Loose ball is won by the Grizzly Cubs. Kimbrell nearly carried it. Flip pass right side. Reinfield to York from the parking lot. Yep. That's from Franklin. 59-38, Grizzly Cubs by 21. Coach Sims has seen enough. 5:31 to play in the ball game. Full timeout. We'll take one as well. Grizzly Cubs 59, Royals 38. Back in a minute on the Roncalli Media Network.
Never lose your drive to deliver. Today's logistics marketplace is an ever-changing landscape where you can make your mark through dedication and passion. At Spot, these characteristics, along with drive and teamwork, form the basis for a rewarding, fast-paced career. Taken from our Roncalli co-founder and our dynamic group of Royals alumni, they've never lost the entrepreneurial spirit that provides the foundation for our continued success. There's never been a time like this, and there has never been a partner like Spot. We're relentless, we are experts, we are accomplished, and like you, we will never lose our drive to deliver. Come find your spot at spotinc.com/careers. Go Royals!
.5:30 to play in this final quarter. Grizzly Cubs 59, Royals 38 with the coach, Jamie Warnke. I'm Jimmy Cook. Taylor Turk to trigger. Right in front of us. Pump fakes once, twice. Gets to Cerny, who gives it back to Turk. Turk at the volleyball line, now gives left wing to Lindsay. Lindsay around 2 screens, drifts towards the right side, flips to Lehner. Natalie, skip, Cerny, 3, good. Beautiful execution out of the timeout.
Yep, great set, drawn up by Coach Sims. Let's get a stop here.
59-41 advantage Grizzly Cubs. Clem right wing, matched up with Lehner. Entry pass, Buning, back over to Reinhold. Reinhold gives left side, over to Turk. Turk, pass nearly deflected by Taylor. Shots up, no good. Rebound Loeffler. Loeffler right elbow. Hesitates, now works the right hand around a screen. Finds Turk. Turk on the right wing. Nearly lost her dribble. Now did lose it, but flips to Cerny. Cerny at the volleyball line. Over to Lindsay left wing. Claire looking for a screen. Finds one. No, won't use it. Instead drives the other way to Cerny. Is it 2 in a row for 3? No, it's off the mark that time. And a rebound taken by Kimbrell. Kimbrell up ahead to Clem. Clem left side, pass in the corner. Buning flips to Kimbrell on the left wing. Now skip pass in the corner. Clem for three, short. Rebound Cerny. 4:20 to play in this ball game. Grizzly Cubs 59, Royals 41. Cerny in transition. Brenna down the lane. Scoop layup, no. But she'll go to the line for two.
Franklin's still shooting the ball. I mean, it's still an 18-point lead, but at least they're not holding it. They're giving us a chance here.
That's awful rare that you see that, Coach, because it'd be very easy for a coaching staff up 28 to be far more deliberate than Franklin's been.
Yeah, and they have the skill.
Up 18,
where
I beg your pardon.
They have the skill where I bet they could pass and cut and hold the ball for a while, but they also have great shooters. But we want them to shoot right now. We need the ball back.
First free throw, good by Cerny. She's up to 4 all here in the quarter. Make it 5 as both free throws are kind. 59-43. Deficit is 16. 4:14 to play. And the Royals, again, as we potentially suspected, but has not happened yet. No full court pressure just yet from Coach Sims. At the top, Sappenfield wants to drive. Nothing there. Buning left wing. Now over to Kimbrell, top of the arc. Kimbrell pass in the corner to Clem. She'll drive. Nothing's there. Turnover. Sappenfield lost it.
Another great possession here. Just
Turk
keep chopping.
Turk to trigger. And a foul
before
the ball was inbounded to Clem. And that is the 4th on Franklin Community. So any fouls the rest of the way lead to 2 free throws for the Royals. Sophie Reinhold, the senior, checks out. Correction, they just didn't add it late to the book. Coach, you were right. So it is the 5th personal. Lindsay to the charity stripe for 2. And in terms of the recipe, it's going to be tough to manufacture that many whistles, but you'll take opportunities at the foul line with the clock stop. First free throw for Lindsay is good.
Yep, we got to speed them up here when we're on defense. Try to force a quick shot or a turnover.
Lindsay gets them both. 59-45. Quickly, Sappenfield, right wing. Now over to Runyon on the right side. She circles the wagons. And now they're working beautiful ball movement. My goodness, that was a long three-pointer by Kimbrell. It's off the mark. Royals will take it. Lindsay up the lane. Driving angle cut off. Clear around a screen. Looking for help. Right side. Horseman sets a screen. Lindsay kick. Silcox 3 in the air. Through the bottom of the net. Aubrey Silcox knocks it down. Maybe there's still life in the Royals. Up ahead. Buning lays it up and in.
This team.
61-48. Just when it looked like the Royals might have a conversation about single digits, it's a transition layup with ease. Lindsay, top of the arc to Silcox, left wing. Flip to Turk, right side. Taylor thought about a triple. Back to the basket now. In trouble. Up and under. Lost it, and it's tipped. Pass, Buning flipped it inbounds on the sideline to Sappenfield, and that's the story of the night, effectively. Kimbrell from Franklin rattled it home.
I don't know if these girls know there's not a 4-point line. They are shooting bombs.
Well, maybe they're doing a Big 3 audition tape. I think Ice Cube's still doing that. I can't confirm. Lindsay at the volleyball line, 64-48. In the blink of an eye, and you can hear a pin drop in here now. Horseman turns and scores. It's a nice look for Jasmine. Not going to be big for the Royals. They need that kind of play in her minutes. Kimbrell, no good. We're basically looking at a 3-point shootout audition tape. I know All-Star Weekend's around the corner. It's a timeout taken by the Royals, a 30-second timeout. 2:13 to play in the ball game. We will take one as well. 64-50. Royals trail by 14, looking for one last rally when we come back.
Families in their time of need is the main concern of the staff at Lauk-Veldoff Funeral Home. We are a small family-owned firm and take great pride in the personal service we offer and the family-like atmosphere at our facility. At Lauk-Veldoff, we only serve one family at a time, providing compassionate care and affordable options, truly part of your community. Lauk-Veldoff Funeral and Cremation Services. Call 317-636-6655.
2:13 to play in regulation. Royals down by 14. Inbound pass out of the timeout to Lindsay is deflected by Clem. Emmy Scott's into the ball game. She'll inbound rather, sideline right, and that's the second time the Royals have been a step late on the pass. The Grizzly Cubs won the basketball a bit more. Thankfully, they lost it out of bounds.
We have 5 seniors here to try to bring us back on senior night.
Lehner crosses the timeline, 2:08 to play. Finds Lindsay on the left volleyball line. Crosses over, flip to Lehner. Natalie to Turk, right wing. She's defended well and fouled first. Nearly a travel, but she's fouled first. Foul is going to go against York. That'll be her second. 5th on the Grizzly Cubs.
Knock them both down here. We have plenty of fouls to give, so we can be really aggressive trying to cause a turnover.
Got 3 fouls to give, and that 5th would be free throws. Turk, first free throw, good. Taylor's up to 5 points. And if you're Roncalli, we're not into, if you look back at this one, territory yet, but just some of those long runs by the Grizzly Cubs, if you're able to undercut those, man, it's a different ball game. Second free throw misfired. Layup on the other end's no good. Kimbrell kicks in the corner. Sappenfield 3, short. Rebound won by Emmy Scott, who gives to Lindsay. Lindsay up ahead, 1:40 to go. Claire to Horseman. Layup is good. And now the full court pressure arrives. 90 seconds to play. Buting finds a cutting York. Count it and put her on the line. I would argue, I thought York took off with the basketball before she put that on the deck. Like it could have been an extra step. She made the layup anyway. Count it, put it on the line, and that'll effectively put this one in the cooler.
Yeah, just like we thought, this has got to be a tough team to press because they have 5 girls out there that can handle the ball, pass the ball, make great decisions.
3-point play is not converted. 66-53 inside 90 seconds to play. Royals down by 13. Lindsay on the left wing, top of the arc, wants to drive. That's cut off. Finds Lehner. She hits the deck, lost the basketball. It'll go to the Grizzly Cubs. Here comes Clem. Clem right side. Over to Buting. Sappenfield. Bounce pass. Left side. 3 is in the air. It's short. Grizzly Cubs unable to knock that one down. And a loose ball hits Scott on the deck, and they'll call a travel. Coach Sims contends she was knocked over. I would agree. The officials say, let's play on and let's get out of here. Kimbrell to trigger, baseline right. Inbound to Buting. Sappenfield with it right side. Over to Kimbrell, under a minute to play now. Turk fouls her. And now subs at the table as they'll get these seniors a well-deserved ovation. Those that are still out there on senior night. That includes Emmy Scott. That includes Taylor Turk. That includes Natalie Lehner. That includes Jasmine Horseman. That includes Claire Lindsay.
It's a great group of girls that have had a ton of success here in the girls basketball program and still a lot to play for.
Yeah, still a whole season, and that second season basically ahead of you. Clem right side under a minute to play. Royals down by 13. Sappenfield left wing. Gives top of the arc to Kimbrell. Kimbrell holds the basketball, flips to Urban. Urban is trapped. Royals still have 1 foul to give. Kimbrell pass in the corner, Sappenfield. 35 seconds to play now. Kimbrell left wing. Gives to Clem. And the Franklin community faithful, and there are a ton of them that made this trip, applaud their group. They are as good as advertised. Clem right wing, 15 seconds to play in this ball game. Ava Hurley amongst the Royals that checked in during that last timeout. Final 5 seconds of this ball game. Pass in the quarter. Clem to Urban. She'll hold, and that will do it. The Franklin Community Grizzly Cubs, the 9th-ranked team in the land, play the role of spoiler on senior night. They defeat your Royals 66-53, improved to 17-2 on the season. They've now won 12 straight, 15 of their last 16. Meanwhile, Roncalli falls to 11-8 on the year and have now lost 4 of their last 5. Before we head to Indy Teledata postgame show coverage, Coach, in your mind, and I'm going to ask Coach Sims this for certain in our postgame chat, The Royals have it 46-36 with about 2 minutes and change to play in the third. From that point on, extended into a minute and a half gone by in the fourth quarter. The Royals are outscored 10-0. That turns what was potentially a 46-36 ball game going into the final frame to a 20-point deficit with 6.5 to go. There's many things you can point to for why Franklin Community won, but that, in terms of dousing that last Roncalli rally, has to be right up there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's what we didn't get. We hit a three to cut it to 10, and we weren't matched up down here, so we gave up a wide open layup here, and to get it to 12. Then we turn it over, and then they get another bucket. Yeah, that's just what drives coaches nuts.
Well, we're going to step aside. When we return, we will have final numbers. We will potentially have a post-game conversation with Royals head coach Jason Sims, and we'll look ahead to our upcoming broadcast on the Roncalli Media Network, including a big one next week on the girls' side. Of course, a big one on the boys' side as well, but conference implications at the table for the girls' program next week when they head on the road. Our final in this one on senior night. Grizzly Cubs 66, Royals 53. The Indy Teledata postgame show is coming at you in about 2 minutes. You're listening to Roncalli Royals basketball on the Roncalli Media Network.
Meet Zach. Zach rides everywhere, day and night, rain or shine. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we know Zach. We know he's been saving up for a car. We're here to help Zach and you. Now get pre-approved for auto financing as low as 3.99% APR. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters. Rates subject to credit approval and valid on purchase of 2020 or newer vehicles. Learn more at imcu.com.
Steve's Flowers and Gifts is your family-owned Indianapolis and Greenwood florist. Our mission is to establish and maintain the highest level of floral value and customer service at comfortable consumer prices. For the best and freshest flowers in Indianapolis and surrounding areas, Steve's Flowers and Gifts has exactly what you're looking for. Check out our wide selection of flower arrangements to make your next occasion memorable. Call 317-787-3431 or visit us at 3150 East Thompson Road. Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
A proud supporter of Roncalli High School, Indy Teledata provides IT solutions for businesses and organizations in central Indiana. For over 10 years, Steve Battiato and his team of professionals have provided comprehensive computing support, business telephone solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com.
When looking for reliable HVAC professionals, look no further than Ane & Bartram Heating and Cooling. Whether you need a routine maintenance check or an emergency repair on a heating or cooling unit, Ane & Bartram are available to handle all of your heating, cooling, and ventilation needs. Ane & Bartram strive to be the best, so call them today at 317-889-9574. They even have 24/7 emergency service. Call them today, Ane & Bartram, 317-889-9574.
Welcome back to Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium. The Indy Teledata postgame show is on. Franklin Grizzly Cubs defeat your Roncalli Royals 66-53, playing the role of spoiler on senior night here at the Vinny with the coach, Jamin Warnke. I am Jimmy Cook. Coach, Roncalli has this down to a 10-point deficit with about 2 minutes or so to go in the third quarter. It's a 10-0 run that extended into the fourth that really puts this game out of reach. How much of that, in your mind, was just the never-ending answer that offense is capable of versus just lapses by the Royals from what you saw over that stretch?
I think I give all the credit to Franklin. I was so impressed by how they played. I think our girls, we have a better than solid team. And every time we would make a positive play or 2 or 3 positive plays in a row, they always had an answer, because later we cut it to 11. And I'm thinking, okay, we might have a shot here. And we cut it to 11. They make a home run pass for a layup off a made bucket. They just always seem to have an answer tonight, Franklin Community.
I know this is not a conversation that any coaches want to relive except for when they want to have them, but how tough can the post-game chat be when it's A, loss, B, it's the final game they're going to play in this building, but also C, that there's still games left to play. There's still time to turn a sour senior night into a special season.
Yeah, there are times where senior night's tough, and I'm sure this one is a tough one since they have such a great group, a together group. But if I'm Coach Sims, I'm looking forward to what's ahead. I mean, they still have the conference to play for. Their sectional is winnable. They just beat Ben Davis in the regular season, so they still have a ton to play for. It's unfortunate to lose on your senior night, but they still have a lot more important games. If you win the conference, you win the sectional, you don't even remember, the outcome of your senior night. You just remember the great season that you had.
Let's take a look at the full game numbers, starting first for the visiting Grizzly Cubs. Emma Sappenfield with 17 points to lead all scorers. Erica Buning with 16 points. 12 points for Scarlett Kimbrell. 8 points for Brooklyn York. 6 points for Aubrey Runyon. And 4 points for Lauren Clem to round out the Grizzly Cubs scoring. For your Roncalli Royals, Sarah Roscoe led the way with 13 points. And I'll tell you something, probably ask Coach this as well post-game if we get him. That's big to see her shoot the 3 ball as effectively as she did tonight. She knocks down 3 triples. They needed a ton of those in the second half, 2 of which came in the second half, in fact, in the third quarter. So big for the Royals moving forward. Correction, though, on one note, Elliot Leffler leads all scores for the Royals with 14. So 13 for Sarah Roscoe, 14 for Elliot Leffler, 7 points for Claire Lindsay, 5 points apiece for Brenna Cerny and Taylor Turk, 4 points for Jasmine Horseman, 3 points for Aubrey Silcox, and 2 points for Lydia Staley to round out the Roncalli scoring. By quarter, 13-12 was the only advantage for, 2 advantage for the Royals. 13-12 in the first quarter. 22-5 advantage Franklin Community in quarter number 2. 18-16 for the Royals in quarter number 3. And then some of the back half of that garbage time, but 17-16, the Royals outscore Franklin Community in that final quarter. For your final of 66-53. We will step aside for about 3 minutes when we come back again. Sometimes we'll get Coach post-game, sometimes we don't. If by about that time we don't have him, we will step aside, tip the cap, and look ahead to our upcoming schedule on RMN. We'll step out for about 3.5, and come back to put a bow on this here on the Indy Teledata postgame show. Of course, still to come, we'll have Coach Warnke's Indianapolis Fruit Player of the Game at minimum. Royals fall tonight 66-53. Back to wrap things up after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
Never lose your drive to deliver. Today's logistics marketplace is an ever-changing landscape where you can make your mark through dedication and passion. At Spot, these characteristics, along with drive and teamwork, form the basis for a rewarding, fast-paced career. Take it from our Roncalli co-founder and our dynamic group of Royals alumni. They've never lost the entrepreneurial spirit that provides the foundation for our continued success. There's never been a time like this, and there has never been a partner like Spot. We're relentless, we are experts, we are accomplished, and like you, we will never lose our drive to deliver. Come find your spot at spotinc.com/careers. Go Royals!
Marian University wants to know, what are you made of? At Marian University, our students are made of character and faith. Our students are service-minded and want to make a difference in the world. Our students possess the skills and intellect required of leaders. Come to Marian University, Indy's premier Catholic university, and let us help you find out what you're made of. You can apply for free today at marian.edu.
At Peterman Brothers, we know how critical AC can be to your comfort.
And we want to make sure you're comfortable in every season.
That's why right now, when you install a qualifying AC system with Peterman Brothers, we'll include the furnace for free.
That's right, Indiana. The furnace is free.
And if you schedule today, we'll install your new system tomorrow, guaranteed.
Visit PetermanHVAC.com to schedule online in seconds.
Meet Zach. Zach rides everywhere, day and night, rain or shine. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we know Zach. We know he's been saving up for a car. We're here to help Zach and you. Now get pre-approved for auto financing as low as 3.99% APR. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters. Rates subject to credit approval and valid on purchase of 2020 or newer vehicles. Learn more at imcu.com.
A proud supporter of Roncalli High School, Indy Teledata provides IT solutions for businesses and organizations in central Indiana. For over 10 years, Steve Battiato and his team of professionals have provided comprehensive computing support, business telephone solutions, network infrastructure, and productivity suite integration. For a free evaluation of your technology needs, give Steve and his team a call at 317-231-5547 or visit us at indyteledata.com.
Welcome back for the final time to Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium with the coach, Jamin Warnke. I'm Jimmy Cook, joined now as we are each and every post game by Royals head coach Jason Sims. Coach, this is a 10-point game with about 2 minutes and change to play in the third. You have it down 46-36. They wind up with, I think, a triple and then a crazy transition, just baseball pass, beautiful art form layup that pushes it to was effectively a 12-point game, 14-point game going into the third. They extend that run to make it a 10-0 run before you guys score again, 6.5 to play. It's 20 at that point. When you're up against a team like that, you work so hard to claw back into that game. How gut-wrenching is a 10-0 run like that, even though you kind of expected to some extent by how talented that group is?
Well, yeah, I mean, this is who they are. They just keep coming at you. They keep shooting threes, and they hit them, and they keep pushing the pace, and they make you make mistakes and expose you when you do. But I would say this. I thought the girls did a great job of fighting back.
Yeah.
I mean, once again, this is a team that's ranked 9th in the state. They're played tonight. I've lost 2 games on the season. They have deep tournament aspirations for sure. But I thought our girls did a really good job of settling down at that second quarter. If you take away that second quarter, I thought we played an excellent basketball game, first, third, and fourth. But the problem is you got to play 4 quarters of basketball. And when we did our things correctly tonight, we were really good against a really good team. We talked about after the game of just we want to we're gonna shrink down some offensive sets and entries and things, and really try to get good at this 2 or 3 things here as we come down the stretch. And if this team can come together, I told them if they'll mature a little bit and understand what it takes to be good at some of these very common things, we're going to be pretty tough to beat here as we finish the season.
Well, that was going to be my question: is what was the message at halftime? First quarter, we played great. Second quarter got away from us for a little bit, but that third quarter, we were better than them. We won the third quarter, and we were on pace to win it by 6 or 7. So what was the message at halftime?
Well, the message at halftime was very simple. I picked out 5 things that we did wrong that were simple mistakes that we were self-inflicted. They did nothing to us. That we on 2 on the out-of-bounds plays against their press, 1 on a side out-of-bounds play, and 2 on 2 offensive sets that would have easily given us points. I said, girls, you give us those possessions back. It's probably a 2 or 4 point game at halftime. You got a chance. I said, it's the simple things in this game that kill you, and that was literally all I really had to say at halftime. Is if you would have do these simple things right, you can play with this team. And I think you saw in the third quarter and the fourth quarter, they showed that they can do that.
Mm-hmm. Coach, there was a time this season where Sarah Roscoe was shooting about 15% from beyond the arc. You and I both looked at each other and talked, and that's uncharacteristic of her. That's a number that's going to come back up. She's shooting 30% coming into this game, and you saw 3 triples go in the bottom of the net for her. Pretty critical to that rally in the third quarter. How imperative is that for your team to unlock another shooter, another weapon like Sarah in the stretch run here?
Yeah. I mean, when she gets her feet set, we feel like it's going down. I mean, that's when we talk about just being fundamental. We told Sarah, when you're fundamental with your shot, it is a beautiful thing, and we pretty much expect it's going to go in. That makes us quite a bit better because because we had her coming off the bench or starting. There's a lot that teams have to think about, and boy, right now she's shooting the ball at a very high clip. Nice to see Brenna get a couple to fall tonight. You get those 2 going. Like I said, it's going to be pretty tough to guard us here down the stretch.
Coach, next week you have on the table an opportunity to close out another Circle City Conference season with a title. That'd be your 5th straight, and then a road trip to Columbus North the week after that, plus sectional, the second season, postseason play alive. How much of that was in your message to this group, knowing that they still have the opportunity to to turn a sour senior night into a special season?
Well, yeah, I mean, everything's in front of us. The kid, and they know that. This group's been good about that all year. They stick together. They're a really close group off the court. They understand things like that. They've had a maturity all year of understanding the situation. And they talk about it in there. I don't have to bring it up. Hey, everything we want's in front of us, but we've got to get better. We've got to come in Saturday and get better, and Monday and get better, and Tuesday and get better, and we got to go play a really, really good Chittard team on Wednesday night, and it's for playing for a trophy, right? And that's why you want to play. I mean, it's not, winning games by 30 points isn't really that fun. I mean, we want to go play a really tough team and see if we can get another trophy for these seniors.
Coach, thank you as always for the time. We'll talk to you on Wednesday.
Thank you.
That's Royals head coach Jason Sims. Coach Warnke, some final thoughts, and again, what was at times a very competitive affair, but another barometer game for the Royals where you look at what is the creme de la creme of 4A, and you still have something to strive for and build for, knowing that a sectional still in front of you, a Circle City Conference title still in front of you, and a strong close to the regular season is still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I bet Coach Sims, they watch this game over, and I bet he clips all the positives, because there were tons of positives. And if our girls can see, when we play together, when we're getting other people's shots, when we're, talking down here on defense, how good the Royal ladies can be, everything's in front of them. They can be a conference champ. They can be a sectional champ. And, tonight they're going to be better for playing Franklin tonight.
Well, coming up next for our Roncalli Media Network broadcast, we haven't publicly announced this mental lapse on my part, so I apologize for it, and slightly awkward because I have to break this news to Coach now. We will not have the Triton Central broadcast at home on the 17th because that's a clinching scenario for Roncalli girls basketball. We'll be at Chittard a week from Wednesday. However, it's one of those nice weeks where we have a Wednesday and Friday action for the boys' side. We will be on the road at New Pal next Friday night when the Royals take on the Dragons. Coach, you want to give an early tease out of that Triton Central matchup or that New Pal matchup, as you got two big ones next week?
Absolutely, yeah. Triton Central, they were really young last year. We went there and won by 17, but they have a couple really nice players. And, Jimmy, we're better when you're not there.
Look, I can't argue facts. I can't argue stats. The data will tell you that. So enjoy that W, I suppose, and we'll talk to you in a competitive one at New Pal on the 19th. But all jokes aside, Coach, I know you mentioned this is something you wanted to do. I don't know with both of our schedules and the girls' schedule if you'll get another opportunity this season, but I enjoyed it a great deal. I hope at minimum maybe we're able to do it again next year.
Absolutely. I love doing it. Thanks for all your time and all your work that you put in for Roncalli Athletics. And Coach Sims and this lady basketball program, I'm a huge fan, so thanks for the opportunity.
Of course. Thanks for coming along for the ride, and looking forward to covering you guys the rest of the way on the boys' side. Again, our upcoming broadcast schedule, we will be at Chittard next Wednesday night as the Royals on the girls' side look to close out a fifth straight Circle City Conference title. Our next boys' broadcast next Friday night when the Royals are in New Pal on the east side against the Dragons. The executive directors of the Roncalli Media Network, Therese Carson and Aaron Hummel. Video operations director, the talented AJ Ablong and his student crew, doing a wonderful job all night long, providing us with the different shots and angles on our YouTube feed. My color analyst tonight, the coach, Jamin Warnke. Be sure to follow the boys varsity program right here on RMN and come out and see a game or two down the stretch run towards the postseason. And, of course, I'm Jimmy Cook. Again, our final in this one, the Grizzly Cubs of Franklin Community defeat your Royals on senior night 66-53. And until we talk to you next Wednesday night when the Royals look to wrap up a fifth straight Circle City Conference title, so long, everybody.